and at the end of it, there should be a link that we can go back to and click on it and watch it all over again, just in case you miss anything exciting first time around. Okay, can I check first of all that everyone's mic and speakers are working properly? Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think anybody said no. Carolyn, do you want to say something?
Hello.
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. Jill, you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Sounds very well. Savas, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the camera. My camera should have been on. Let me go to the settings and see if I can adjust that. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. You can see you can access the settings at the top of the screen if you put your mouse pointer there.
Okay, I need to turn the light on.
Yeah. Ah, there we are.
Hi.
You're slightly in the dark as well.
Yeah.
I think the problem
I'll
is
fix it.
it's when you have a strong light source behind you, the aperture on your camera closes down, and so we can't see your face. We can just see the light behind you. So it might help if you kind of draw the curtains and switch the light on or something. Oh, crumbs. Steve.
Hi, David. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Unless you're standing very still and holding a pint, I can't see you.
That's most of my day, to be honest. I think my camera switched off just in a second. I shall switch me on. There we go.
That's much better, Carolyn. I can see you much better. Ah, there we are. Got Steve as well. Excellent. Okay, other people might turn up as we go through. Some people joined us this morning for the Soundcheck this morning. So if other people join in, I'll go through one lot and then start again later on. But anyway, let me first of all explain how to open these presentations. If you go to the left-hand side of the screen with your mouse pointer, you'll see a little column of icons appears. Has everyone got that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you click on the top one, it's like a little blue call-out icon with white text on it. If you click on that, it should open up quite a wide column on the other side of the screen called Group Chat.
Yep.
Everybody got that? And what you should be able to see in there is a file that says Unit 8 posters on it, and above that there's a link to it. Can you all see that?
I cannot see that, David.
Nope.
Okay, well sometimes if you've not opened the group chat thing, when I post it, you can't see it, so I'll post it again. How's about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So if you click on the hyperlink above that, it should take you to my Google Drive space and open up that file. Yeah?
David, is this your Google Drive or is it going to be our Google Drive?
It's mine, but
Okay.
I can give you access to it in this way. I've also, if when you go to PD Online in the announcements forum, you'll see that I've given you the latest version of this document. If you can see that, the PD Health Online Presentations timetable.
Yes.
And what I've done on that, next to everyone's name for a particular session, you probably can't see it, I've put in the links to all the files that we need for this. For Unit 8, for the posters, I've combined them all into one single file. So this is all that we'll need for Unit 8. For Unit 5, they're all individual presentations, so I've put links to each presentation. So when it comes to your particular session, you can either access these files in advance and print them off, if you want to do it that way, or else you can do a kind of split screen Windows technique where you minimize the window you're looking at the moment so that it covers about half of your screen. I mean, you have to do it by messing about with the frames at the edge of your screen. And then opening the presentation files in the other one. I think I can probably show you that. This is what I've got on my screen at the moment. Just a second. Can you see that? This is what's on my screen. So I've got the Hangouts going off on one side of the screen and then the poster file on the other side. and with it depends how familiar you are at using Windows, I suppose. But that's one way to do it. But as I say, if you want to just print them off, that's acceptable as well. Whatever you find easiest, really. Because for each session there won't be that many, even if it's a Unit 5 job. There'll only be 4 or 5 presentations.
So we don't have to upload our presentation then to this drive.
No, it should already be there.
It will be done.
Yeah, and all the other, as I was saying, all the other files you'll find next to people's names on this program. So if you're in session number 1, you'll see Chinanis is due to speak at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Her name's on this file. There's a hyperlink to her particular presentation. So just open this document, click on it, and it will take you to her file, which hopefully will go all right. Let's see how it goes on the day. But if not, I can give you the links in the way that I gave you the link to this file in the chat column. Hello, Ian. Welcome back.
Hi, I've got it on my PC.
Oh, great!
Just to check it works.
It seems to be working much better, actually. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Ewan was with us this morning and trying to do this on an iPad, and it wasn't working quite as well. So he's reconfigured things. Ewan, sorry to keep sending you away for new bits of kit, but if you've got and this goes to all of you really, if you've got one of these things, a kind of headphones and mic, or even just a pair of headphones that can separate out the sound coming in from the sound going out, you'll find it works a lot better. We don't get kind of feedback and whatever. But I mean, obviously, don't rush out and buy one if you haven't got one easily to hand. But just some speakers are good enough, really. Sorry, just some headphones are good enough if you've got a mic on your PC. Right, okay, well, I think that's probably all I had to say. Does anybody have any questions about what we're going to do and how it's going to work?
And so, I do. So when it's our session, then we just join, just as we just did now, and you link us in, or are we linking everyone in?
Well, it'll work very much as it has done today, really. I'll send out an invitation at the start of a particular session. And if possible, I'd like everyone to join at the beginning if they can, even if they're not, their slot isn't until later on in the session.
Right.
We'll open up the file for a particular presentation, and the person presenting will speak for maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, taking us through their PowerPoint slides if it's a Unit 5 presentation, or their poster if it's a Unit 8 poster. Then at the end of that, we'll have 10 minutes in which I'll ask questions and Alan will ask questions, or some of the groups are convened by Gordon and Nikki, in which case they'll be asking the questions. And of course there'll be questions for other students, scope for other students to ask questions as well. So hopefully you'll get some good feedback on your research plans from students as well as from staff. But in terms of the assessment, that's not really what we're assessing. We're not assessing your research plans. That'll be done separately in your portfolio when we mark your protocol. What we're trying to assess here is your presentation skills, your ability to design a PowerPoint presentation and deliver it if it's Unit 5, or an academic poster if it's Unit 8. So don't worry, even if your research plans are, well, you should worry if your research plans are going off track, but not for the purposes of this assessment. It's really just about whether you can present well and produce, good PowerPoint slides or a good poster.
Okay.
Anybody have any other questions?
I had a quick question just about, you were explaining this morning about how to view the PowerPoint slides by clicking on something, which I didn't have on the iPad. So.
Yeah. Ewan, if you go to the left-hand side of the screen with your mouse pointer, a column of icons should appear. If you click on the top one, the blue one,
chat,
something called group chat should appear. Can you see anything in that at the moment?
Nothing in it, no. Yeah. It just has some white lines on a...
Just a second. I think it's because it doesn't show you stuff that's been added to it before you open it, if you see what I mean. But can you see that? Something just appeared.
Oh, on your side, yeah.
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 this is somebody's phone.
That's mine. Ignore it.
We'll mute you, Steve. Hold on. We can mute you. There we are. We've muted you. Right. Sorry, as I was saying, there's if you click on that link, Ewan, it'll open up a file that I've created with all the Unit 8 posters in it. Yeah. And you can either print off those posters or the presentations for your Unit 5 session, or you can just open them up on the day by kind of dividing your screen, so that half of your screen is taken up with what we're looking at now, and half of it with, the browser window with the posters in it. Let me show you. Let me show you how I've got mine. There we go. So it should look like that. Can you see that? So I've got you lot on one side of my screen, and then the posters on the other side. And it's just a case of messing about with the windows, as you would if you'd got any other two programs open and you wanted to see them both on your screen at once. So you can do it that way. Otherwise, you can just kind of print stuff off if you'd rather.
Okay, super. Thank you very much. So that will all be online, ready for our one when it's time.
Yeah,
so I just have the same kind of link.
Yeah, on PD Online Announcements Forum, I've sent you the latest version of the timetable, and I've put in there links to all of the files that you need, because all you need to access these files on Google Drive is a link to them. So they should all be there.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, well, I'll see you all either tomorrow or the day after. As I say, if it all goes wrong on the day, don't worry about it, because we've got months and months before the end of this unit, so we can always set up another session or an individual session, if necessary, to sort out any problems before the end of the unit. But hopefully it'll all work well. It's good to see everyone's broadband connection working really well. In previous years, we've sometimes struggled if people have had a poor broadband connection, the sound doesn't work or the video breaks up. But it seems to be fine this year. Maybe everyone's broadband's suddenly improved. Okay, well, I'm going to hang around for a little while, just in case anybody else turns up. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow or the day after.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. David, can I do a test with you and see if I can have both screens showing up side by side?
Yes, Savas, please do.
Thank you. So, in a way, you'll have to make me the presenter.
No,
how does that work?
I think everyone will open your presentation, and then you just have to say which slide you're on, and people will just scroll through it, you see.
Okay, so there is no way actually for me to broadcast what I'm going over. Everybody will have to kind of follow my lead based on what they're hearing from me through the Hangout.
Yeah, that's right. So if you say, right, I'm on my title slide at the moment, please move to the next slide. Please. It's the easiest way to do it. There is a way you can do it with a utility called Screen Share, but it just gets so messy and complicated that it's easier just to do it like this. Yeah.
So technically, once we have the audio and the video going, we could perfectly minimize the Google browser and just go through our slides, as long as we're making sure we're telling everybody where we're at.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can do it whatever way you want. You can either print off the presentation slides, or you can do it in a split screen way, or yes, you could just have the presentation open. And minimize your Google Hangout thing. We'd still be able to hear you.
Okay.
But we wouldn't be able to see you. It's the thing.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Now I'm getting it much better. David, there was a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about, so I'm going to grab the opportunity until somebody else turns out. Alan recommended opening up some of the materials in Unit 6 that go over comparative health policy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the books that you list there, somehow I got lucky and I ended up finding myself and I bought it, but my understanding is there's more stuff in there, so that would be
Yeah.
very helpful to me.
Yeah, I can certainly ask Gillian to give you access to Unit 6 resource library. That's no problem at all.
Excellent, excellent. And then the other thing is, as of tonight, I'm going to be in a different time zone because as soon as we're done here, I'm going to hit the road. So
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll be able to be in on the presentations from the very first one because
That's
I'm going to
okay.
be like right now, our time difference is 7 hours. I'll be 8 hours behind you.
Mm-hmm. That's okay, Savas. Turn up when you can. I'm just trying to look which session you're in.
I'm on Tuesday at 4:15.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So everybody
Yeah,
else is
you're
speaking
on
before
last,
me.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, but the first slot is empty at the moment anyway at 2 o'clock, so it doesn't get started until 2:30. But join us whenever you can.
Okay.
You know, and if something happens that you can't make that your particular slot, don't worry about it. We'll arrange something else.
I'm all set. I have obviously my headset and my laptop with me, and the hotel I'm going to be staying at has a broadband connection. Right
Yeah.
now I'm checking in from home and everything seems to be working fine.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how it works out tomorrow morning for me.
Well, thanks for mentioning that, because obviously if you're not around, we'll know why now. But hopefully, as you say, it will work okay. But if not, don't worry about it. We can arrange something else. Obviously, it's better
Okay.
to get it out of the way and for everybody to do it together and to get
Absolutely.
feedback from other people. But it's not the end of the world if we have to rearrange it for a couple of weeks' time or something.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Get it out of
Me
the
too.
way, like you said.
Well, I mean, hopefully you'll get some interesting feedback. I mean, not just from me and Ellen, but from well, actually, it's Gordon and Nikki are convening
Yeah.
yours. It's not me. But you know, from the other students as well. They sometimes have useful
Absolutely.
insights. So hopefully you'll find it a useful experience as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing this, David. It works very well. I'm so happy. I was concerned, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is. Well, anything that involves technology can be nerve-wracking, can't it? But
You know, I've been trying with Alan to stay current with our Hangouts like every 3 weeks, and we've had so much trouble. Even before when I was trying it from home, but for the most part, I'm trying it from work.
Yeah.
And there has to be something with my work network that really prevents, you know, the smooth flow.
yeah, that's often the case. Some places have a firewall and it's just impossible, and other
Yeah.
places it just seems to run very badly. I'm not really sure why. It depends on the server that your organization's using, I think.
Before, like when I first tried it initially, the firewall was blocking the ports that Hangouts was using, so we couldn't get it to work at all.
Yeah.
And then when I got them to open up those ports, it worked, but somehow I think it's either the speed or the quality of the network. It's very choppy. I mean, right now I'm seeing you and you're seeing me, and it's smooth,
Yeah.
like no breakup. The voice is coming in perfectly okay. With Alan, we have to turn off the video. There's no way we can chat with the video on.
Ah, right. That sounds like a bandwidth problem.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so. Okay, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Savas. Hope the journey goes well.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.